So we are back, and Instagram almost wanted to just close the live just like that. No way, no way, no way. So this is part two of the online visibility strategies for service-based entrepreneurs with Olubunmi Fajuyigbe, and we just had to come back. Um, we had some unfinished business, and we had to come back. So please, as you're getting the notification that we are back live, just come on in, come into the live, and let's just wrap this up. Let's wrap this up. LK Snacks and Grills, thank you for joining. I hope you join us in the part one. This is actually part two of the online visibility strategies for service-based entrepreneurs. Part two. We want to finish up what we started. So if you have questions, and if you were asking questions just before I ended the first live, please ask the questions again. We're actually talking about a particular question about an app that you could use as a substitute for your website. So please join us in. Okay, Fabi Diamond Ushers, you're welcome. Just Choma, you're welcome back. Megano's Events, thank you for joining us back on the part two of the Instagram live on online visibility strategies for service-based entrepreneurs with Olubunmi Fajuyigbe. Thank you so much for joining us back. Thank you all for joining us back. Thank you. So she's here, and I'm just bringing her up right now to continue where she stopped, and we can wrap this up in about 15 minutes, and we are done. Yes. If you had questions that you asked in the first part of the live, please ask the questions again so that we can look into them and wrap this up. Please, I hope other people join us for this second part, really. I was expecting 5 minutes, and Instagram told me I had 30 seconds. I'm like, what? But anyway, who am I to complain? This is rented land. That's why you should have a website. On your website, nobody can kick you out. Nobody can kick you out on your website. But on Instagram, our landlord, Uncle Mark Z, he has kicked us out. Oh my goodness. Sis, we can't see you. We can't see you. We can't see you. The devil is a liar.
Can you hear me,
Joe? Yes, we can hear you. This is part two. If you're just joining us, part two of the online visibility strategies for service-based entrepreneurs. So if you're a coach, if you are an event professional, if you offer service in any form, really, this is for you. Hey, Taya Andre, thank you for joining us. Colony Events, I see you. Thank you for joining us in this live session. This is actually part two. So if you missed part one, the replay is on my page as an IGTV. Now that you know, everybody is now doing IGTV replay. Anyway, that's fine. It adds more content to your page, so it's okay. So she's coming back up right now, and we'll continue with the live. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Yes. Okay.
Can you see me now?
Oh, we can't see you. We can't see you. It's just rolling. I'll grab the screen. I'll show you what it was showing. It's just rolling. I don't understand this network.
No, well, if you can hear me, we're fine. If you want to see my after now, go to my profile.
Well, I'm sure the picture will come up like it did the other time. I just don't know how long it will.
Well, depends on how long we're still here.
Okay. Maybe we should continue then.
Yeah.
All right. So we were actually talking about the milkshake app, and Choma was asking about the milkshake, and I was trying to explain that not everybody actually knows about the milkshake app. So if you don't have a website, the milkshake app actually helps you. It's actually a platform that helps you to design, something that you can call a website, but it doesn't have any form of optimization or whatever. It's just a way to create a link, like a customized link in your bio. So it still comes as milkshake.something/ your name. You understand? So it's actually an app that helps you to have something that looks like a website. But if you search online, you might not likely see that website. So it's always better to just have a proper, the proper conventional website, WordPress and the likes. So I think, but let Sister Bumi deal more on that. If I don't know if there are other platforms that one can use to create, what do I call them now? Mini websites, or I don't know what
Mm.
to call them. Okay.
Okay, so there are many free platforms, right?
Okay.
There are many platforms that have free and paid options. So,
Hmm.
for example, WordPress has WordPress.com, which is, well, both options are free
Mm-hmm.
from WordPress, but there are things that you pay for. You pay for design, you pay for hosting, you pay for domain name
Mm-hmm.
in WordPress.org. But for .com, you don't have to pay um, for hosting or domain name. So what
Mm.
happens is that it will be u.wordpress.com. So if your business, for example, is My Figure Eight Wellness, it will be
Podcast.
myfigureeightwellness.wordpress.com.
Mm.
Mm, okay. Um, and there are other platforms as well. There's Wix, there's Webs. Now, the thing about these platforms is a lot of them have very beautiful templates, very tempting. I started with Wix in 2010. No, I started with webs.com, then moved to Wix. They are not optimized for search.
Mm.
Wix, you can still optimize Wix for search if you
Okay.
have the premium plan,
Mm.
free one. The premium plan where um, you can attach your own domain name. So you're not something.wix.com. You can
Mm-hmm.
attach your own domain name, and then you have to buy um, the licenses for some things, which
Okay.
at the end of the day, and then you pay monthly.
Mm.
At the end of the day, if you gather this money together, you realize that it might actually be better for you to have your own platform that can be easily optimized, and you can upgrade your optimization at your own will. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Um, so I don't know much about Milkshake, but from what you said, I am sure that it is not designed for the purpose of visibility. It doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's like having Linktree or something, or
Yeah,
what
something like that. Exactly.
no, it's not going to give you visibility anywhere. It's just for you to have somewhere to direct people to,
People,
like
how's your?
a lead platform. So you are
Mm.
doing all the work for that.
Mm.
Visibility makes your life easier. People are the ones looking for you
Yeah.
when you are visible. You're not the one looking for people, so to speak. So you do your work. I don't want to say you do your work once, because you do it, and then maybe once in a while you have a plan to go back and recheck to see if you are still on top, re-optimize and all of that. But it's not like something that you have to sit with every day.
Mm.
Okay. So but people are still looking for you. Before we started this call, on WhatsApp, because the WhatsApp for the gym is attached to my own phone. I
Okay.
just answered someone who said, I found this number on Instagram when I was looking for a gym around Ring Road.
Mm.
So people will start looking for you when
Mm.
you are the one that is visible. And
Mm.
the high time we learn to invest in what is important to us, the better. You need to learn to invest because, like I said, especially if you don't have a physical office, if you have a physical office, I know that it might be difficult, it might be a strain to also invest in a website, but it's these days you have no excuse for not being visible online, because the people that are coming to your physical office, they are searching online to find you. So you need to put yourself there and put yourself there properly. If you don't have a physical office, it's even better for you. Save up money. Assume that you are saving up to rent an office and then build a website. It's something that you can't, it will most likely be a fraction of what you will have paid for your physical office. Remember that when you rent your office, it's not only the rent that you're going to pay for. You're going to pay for interior, you're going to have furniture, you're going to have a lot of things. So if we say come and design a website, you pay for hosting, you pay for domain name, you pay for content. Think of it in that respect. Nobody is out there to just take your money. It is for your business good. And when you have your plan and there's a strategy, you know that this website is an integral part of my strategy, so I have to make it work. It's because we don't know why it is important. And like Miles Monroe said, if you don't know the purpose of a thing, abuse is inevitable. So if you don't know why you should have a website, then you won't see it as something that you should do. Another thing that I'm going to say is that your website can do much more than just being a website for you. It can do much more. So it can be a platform for you to teach students. It can be a platform for you to do that. You can have online courses. I've been talking about my online course, Google Visibility for Service Entrepreneurs. It's hosted on a website. I'm not going to come to your house to teach you how to build Google visibility. But if you're in Canada, you're in Australia, you're anywhere in the world, you can take this course and learn. And I am here in Ibadan, Nigeria. We need to see the internet as a blessing. These are things that we couldn't do 15 years ago. But now you have this thing. And if I ask you, who here has not spent up to 80,000 naira between 2019 and now on your business? You have not spent up to 80,000 naira. If you can type it there, then I'll ask you the type of business that you're doing, that you have not had to spend up to that. So if you cannot save that amount of money to get a proper business website done for your business, then maybe you're not actually ready to move that business from being a street business. So a lot of people are running street businesses. You're just relying on the people passing by to stop. And depending on the location of that business, that may not be your best bet. I remember when I moved to Ibadan in 2010 and started my makeup business, people were walking in, but they were not the right customers for that business, because they were working. 2010, I could count the number of makeup artists in Ibadan on my fingertips. We weren't up to 10 in 2010. It's not like today that before you take 10 steps, you found a makeup studio.
Makeup artist.
Yeah, so people will walk in and be like, this place is so beautiful. Kiniko, Kile and Shembi, what do you do here? And I'm like, oh, it's a makeup studio. And they're like, okay, please explain. Like, we do makeup. And they're like, eh. So, okay, for what? I'm like, okay, you're getting married, you want to go to a party, we'll do your makeup. How much? And because I was coming from Lagos, I trained in Lagos. I used to do makeup already while I was a banker before I resigned. So I had my standards, so to speak. So I tell them how much, and they're like, I will pay you this amount of money for you to rub powder on my face.
My face.
Like, so Shereni. So it took me some months to realize that the people around here are not my customers, and I can't leave here and go back to Lagos, because the reason I left Lagos is for my family. And for me, I don't know about you, but for me, my family is very important to me. I don't mind to take any decision as long as I know that it's going to be the best for my family. So I took that decision. I was earning good money in the bank, and I had prospects of, moving up, but I needed to take that decision, and I took it, and no regrets. If you know my children, to the glory of God, no regrets. Okay. So where was I? Hey God, I started talking about family.
It's part of this that we are not seeing. I mean, I don't understand this. People that just say that this person are just looking alone. So if you're
Yeah,
just joining,
sorry.
network is not allowing us to see our guest faces. It's not like I'm just looking at the camera and just looking. We actually have a guest, Olubunmi Fajuyigbe, and we can't see her because of network. So that's why I'm looking still. I'm just learning that. This is what she's saying. It's harder to what network has done. Anyway, so
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So as I was saying, because I realized that the people around were not my target, I had to start learning these digital skills. I had to start learning how to put myself online, because at that time there was no Instagram, there was nothing. It was Blogger, it was WordPress, it
Mm,
was, and then after a while, I think 2011, Facebook pages started. So, what am I trying to say in essence? Until you realize that the people passing by are not enough. I've had
mm,
clients, when I was doing makeup, I had clients from UK who came to Nigeria to attend a wedding or to do their own wedding. There was a particular one that I had. I did, thank God I even had assistants. I took someone with me. The plan
mm,
was to do her makeup, her mom's makeup, and 8 bridesmaids.
mm.
At the end of the day, plus auntie, plus okay, I wanted to say auntie and uncle. I did not do uncle's makeup, but auntie, friend, people started
Mm,
coming,
mm,
all because she searched on Google from the UK for
mm,
a makeup artist in Ibadan. And she
mm,
didn't only find me, and this is something that we all need to know. She did not only find me. After finding, oh, this person does makeup in Ibadan, she clicked and she was able to see more. And she was able to see that I could offer value. And that's one thing that we all have to understand.
mm.
It's not just about being visible. If you're visible and at the end of the day you can't do what you claim that you can do, that's even worse. It's better for people not to even know you at all than for you to now have a bad reputation because you can't do what you claim that you can do. So
Mm.
I don't know what question I was answering that I entered all of this, but I hope
We were
that
talking
I
about the milkshake app. We're talking about the milkshake
yeah.
app.
Okay, so I hope that I answered the question in all of this.
Hopefully, I think you did. Do we have any other questions? So if you're just joining us, thank you so much for joining. We actually had a part one, and then Instagram almost kicked us out. So you see, this is actually like rented land. So that's why it's important that you start thinking of having your websites where you can have access. You can do your webinars, do whatever you want to do there, and nobody's thinking of taking you out. I don't know what I can take yourself out. But here on Instagram, we have to obey Max's rules, and we have been begging him not to close down our account. So without all of this is that we have been saying. So I just want to really appreciate those who joined the part two. We have let me see now. Hop 2923 Leke Sachs, thank you. Nael Bichime, MH Sense, Olutoks, thank you for joining us. Timmy Gold, CFR, Safa's Cottage, Afroflux, Temi Modu. Thank you so much for joining us. Actually quite a number of people who joined us. I guess some people have left as well, but we have a very good number of people that joined during Okay, so I think that's all. Okay, Talk Mental Naija Bengal Titodun. Thank you all for joining us for part 2. If you missed part 1, the replay is on my page. Please go and, help yourself and get all the nuggets that we shared in part 1. So do we have any other questions? Have we learned something? Share your best emojis, hearts, your blow kisses, whatever. Just, tell us something that will make us know that you've actually learned something from this life. We can't see her face. Please just pardon us. But whatever it is that, however, we cannot enjoy this session, we will. We're not going to allow network to stop us today. So let us know if there's any other question. Let us know if there's any other thing you want us to talk about. Since this is a new live, at least we have, another 45 minutes, but we won't be using all that 45 minutes anyway. So just let us know if there's anything you still want to learn. If there's another question you have. Okay, so if first says yes, we've learned, absolutely, I believe you have. Thank you so much. Any questions? Choma, was your question answered? The one about the milkshake app. Are you okay with the answer to that question? Yes, you learned a lot. Website is a goal. Yes, website is a goal. It is. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. So any other question, any other comments, suggestions, whatever it is, any other thing that you want us to talk about before we end the live in a few minutes and before we allow her to go back to her work, and I also need to go back to work. Yes, I mean, it's just a Wednesday, work continues. So like she said, okay, let me just talk about her course and all. Like she said, you will not be getting a lot of things for free. So she has a course on online visibility, on how to be visible on Google and all that. So please feel free to chat her up. And I'm sure if you mention my name, you would maybe get some, bonuses and special discounts and whatever. But so please feel free and chat her up to know more about the courses and get visible. I don't teach it, so definitely I cannot start claiming that I teach Google visibility and whatnot. I only have a free course for event professionals. I focus more on event professionals. So if you are a general service-based entrepreneur, no, I focus more on event professionals, and I have a free course on visibility plans, more of the physical aspect, how to network with people, how to leverage on people's contacts, and how to give value through what you do. So if you're interested in that free course, please feel free. And then I see my people here from Digitalpreneurs Hub and the Inner Circle. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your time. I saw a question right now. Where is that question now? Okay, first says, if you have a business and a personal brand, do you advise 2 websites? So says, if you have a business and a personal brand, do you advise 2 websites? Okay, so before Sister Bumi even answers, I would say yes, because I mean, I have a business, I have a personal brand, I have 2 websites. So I would say yes. So I don't know what Sister Bumi thinks. Perhaps she has a different opinion. So please, Sister Bumi, help us answer that question. Thank you.
Okay, so while the first part, while we were talking about the first, about visibility and all, I said that it's possible for you to build Google visibility for several things. And how to do that is to separate them all. Because if you put them all together, you're going to confuse Google. Like I said, it's not human beings that bring out the search results. It's bots, it's software. So you have to separate. For example, I run one wellness business, right? And that one wellness business has 3 brands under it. So we have MFA Gym, we have Fit Cafe by MFA, and then we have Fit Farm Exercise Games. Now, it is very possible for me to lump all 3 together under one website. But because I wanted to build visibility for each of them and separately, I could have done it together, but I wanted to build visibility for each of them separately. so that in case I want to dismember it in the future, they can stand on their own. Because I wanted to do that, I have different websites for them as subdomains on my main website. Now, I can do this because I can do it. It's not everybody that can do this. But if you have a personal brand separately, for example, I have olubumifajuyigbe.com. That's what I use, like an online CV, so to speak. So that's where you can find the things that I do, the things that I can help with. So it has my business endeavors, it has my NGO, it has the NGOs that I also work with. Like, I'm the secretary of another NGO, OBB Foundation, that was founded by my father before he died. I, what's it called? I also volunteer to train Google business groups and Women Will in Ibadan. So that's where you find all of that. And then you find where I've spoken and all. So that's my personal brand. Now, She Learns Hair, which is my NGO for women. And God, that NGO is going places. There's gist. Okay, because we're actually working on a platform where people who teach vocational business and digital skills can post their courses on the platform, SLH Academy, focusing more on women to teach. Anybody can learn, and making sure that the courses are affordable. So the price of each course is going to be capped. The highest will be 10,000 naira. So anyway, we'll come to that pretty soon. I'm just hinting everybody. So She Learns Hair has its own website. My Figure Eight Gym has its own website, and the cafe has its own website, because they are all generating money separately, right? And they deserve to be visible. So yes, I would advise that you have two different websites for your business and for your personal brand.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So people actually asked for your handle, and I typed the She Learns Hair. I hope that's fine. Would you want to add your personal?
Yes. Okay. So she Learns Hair. I don't build websites.
Okay,
She
so
Learns
at
Hair
Olubunmi says
focus on women, but
okay, and we have men here anyway. So
yeah,
at Olubunmi says, so please, you can send her a DM at Olubunmi says, and she can direct you to what you need help with. Okay, so Ife says again that I was going to ask about using subdomains. So sis, can you quickly answer that about using subdomains? So instead of you saying you're having two different websites, you want to now say ifeadeagbo.com or ifeadeagbo.com / whatever, and then you can sort out the two websites, like using one stone to kill two birds. I think so.
Okay,
I think you can.
Yeah. So a subdomain is actually a website on its own. It's just that it is under another domain. So it is a subdomain. It's a website that was built under another domain. Now, you can have a subdomain attached to a website if they are in the same industry. So, for example, Fit Cafe's website is a subdomain under myfigure8.com. So myfigure8.com is the general website, but it is focused on the gym. So on myfigure8.com, if you now click on healthy drinks, food and bites, then it will now take you to Fit Cafe's subdomain website, which is fitcafe.myfigure8.com. I could do this because they are related. They're all in the wellness space, as well as the Fit Farm cards. But I cannot put She Learns Hair as a subdomain of my Figure Eight, because what's here, Jora? Pardon my English.
That's the That English or Tianjora, is that English?
There's nothing linking them together. There's no link between fitness, healthy food, and um, what's it called, and teaching women digital skills. So I couldn't have done that as a subdomain. That had to stand on its own. Now, if maybe so for example, the SLH Academy, okay, is then going to be a subdomain of She Learns Here because it is an academy by women. So you have, and focused on women. Anybody can take the course, obviously, but the focus is on women in business, which is in the same industry as She Learns Here, teaching digital skills to women. It's just that, oh, this is where you learn those skills that we have been talking about in depth. So you can use subdomains as long as what you are creating the subdomain for is related to the main domain.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I think it's a good time to wrap this up. It's about 1:30 now. I mean, 90 minutes of online visibility gist. I mean, I think if you're going to pay for this, I'm very sure you know how much people charge to just get this kind of information. So yes, thank you for the heart. Thank you. Thank you for the thank you for the heart. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had a great time. I hope you had all your answers, all your questions answered, brother. If you did not ask questions, it's still part of this visibility we are talking about. So, because if you don't ask questions, we didn't even know you were here in the first place, you know. So asking questions is also a part of visibility. When you join groups, when you're on Facebook, WhatsApp groups, you want to be noticed by doing your task, by asking questions, by commenting on people's posts and all of that. Is part of the visibility. So we want people to see you on Google, yes, but can you start from where you are? When you're on programs like this, ask questions, say hello, do say something, because that's how we can know that, oh, this person was actually at the live. Oh, this person, people want to give free this thing now for everybody that joined. It's only those that ask questions that will say we'll give. Sure, So please, anyway, I'm just joking. But it's just this visibility thing. When you are in spaces where people are, try to say something. Let people know that you are there. That's part of the visibility as well. It's part of starting to get visible. Just start with the little tools and the things around you, with the people around you, before you now say, okay, yeah, so I want to now go out, because it's how you start that you would continue. If you don't know how to start with the people around you, when the people are coming from UK and US, I hope they will meet you in a very good condition. Yes, now let's tell ourselves the truth. People are in groups, they'll just be quiet. 1 month, you not get ping. When they not say free something, everybody just come out. It is well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. I had a great time. I enjoyed myself. I learned more things. I relearned. I knew, at least 80% of what she talked about, but I relearned some things again. Hearing them again made me to understand certain things again and again. So I hope you had something to take home. I hope you've jotted down something. So please share your notes. Tag us on your stories at Adeife's World, at Olubunmi says. Let's see what you learned. Let's see how this session has helped you. So with other people that did not join, we don't want to pepper them, but let's just show that, okay, we came and we saw and we conquered and we learned something from this session. So I'm so excited about everyone that joined us from different parts of the world, from different parts of Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining. And we are about to call this, we're about to wrap this up and call it a day. I'm so excited. Thank you. Watch out for the replays on my page. And don't forget to chatter up for all the things she talked about, the Google visibility course and every other thing you want to know about She Learns Here. Please feel free, chatter up and get all the amazing things that she has. And if you want to know more about events and how to be visible as an event professional, I have a free course on visibility plans for event professionals, how to go from overlooked to overbooked. So please chat me up and get access to that. Thank you so much, guys. Watch out for the replays. Hey, positive pregnancy. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm sorry, my replay is going to be on my page. The replay is going to be on my page, so please, you can feel free to catch up. We are so sorry you missed this. It was amazing. 90 minutes of amazing, valuable gist. We had fun. Thank you so much, everyone. We have to go now. Bye. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you. Bye. Thank you very much. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. We'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll have plenty to talk about as usual anyway. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Bye. Bye. God bless you. Bye.